WCBI News at 6 starts now.
An arrest today in a 2-decade-old cold case that started a string of 5 unsolved homicides in Columbus. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for joining us. The man accused of killing Mac Fowler on July 8th of 1996 is in the Loudoun County Jail tonight. 52-year-old David Murray made his first court appearance this afternoon. Municipal Court Judge Rhonda Hayes Ellis denied bond for Murray. Fowler was found dead in his home behind Probst Park. A number of people were interviewed, but nothing connected those suspects to the crime scene. Over the next 2.5 years, 4 more elderly Columbus residents would be killed in their homes. Now, this afternoon, Columbus police held a press conference to connect the dots on what led to Murray's arrest. It's all pretty simple: technology and preserving evidence. Our Joey Barnes was at the briefing, and he joins us live now with the very latest from the police department.
Andrea, it was this sign and the deaths of 5 residents that haunted Columbus for the mid-1990s, and along with investigators, it was DNA, evidence case logs, and an unrelated arrest that led police to Murray. Tonight, Fowler's family and investigators have some long-awaited answers.
I am pleased to announce the arrest of David Murray in connection with the July 8, 1996 murder of Mac Fowler.
David Murray had little to say while making his first court appearance in Columbus. Just hours before, he was a free man.
On May 22nd, an arrest warrant was issued by Circuit Court Judge Jim Kitchens for the arrest of David Murray for the charge of capital murder. On May 23rd, 2017, David Murray was arrested by the U.S. Marshals Fugitive Task Force in Jackson.
Murray became a suspect on May 16th when DNA evidence linked him to the 1996 killing of Mac Fowler. More than 2 decades ago, evidence was collected at Fowler's home just behind Probst Park and the fight that happened inside. A retired investigator I spoke with says some pieces of the home looked out of place compared to the rest of the bloody and gruesome crime scene, and that includes a bloody towel. Murray was invited inside Fowler's home that night, but investigators say there was a robbery.
Well, through the investigation, we believe that Mr. Murray, once inside the home after the death of Mr. Fowler, there was items taken outside of the home, which constitutes robbery.
Murray was arrested by Jackson police last October after allegedly hitting a man with a coffee mug. Those charges were later dropped, but his DNA was run through the Combined DNA Index System, known as CODIS. Columbus Crime Lab Director Austin Shepard resubmitted a blood sample in the network about 10 years ago.
There were some possibilities there for retesting, so I worked with the Mississippi State Crime Lab. We resubmitted several of those, and we were able to develop a really good DNA profile.
Investigators would not discuss if Murray had a criminal past, but sources tell WCBI he served time in prison. He lived in Columbus from 1986 until 2005 when he moved to Jackson. CPD would not say if Murray is a suspect in the other 4 unsolved homicides of elderly residents from the mid-1990s in Columbus. However, they remained committed to solving those crimes.
I think it should send a signal to the public and to people that commit these type of crimes that we'll never give up. The police won't give up, and the DA's office won't give up.
Mandatory DNA sampling in felony cases started in 2015. Murray's case will be presented to the next grand jury, and of course investigators hope that Murray's arrest will bring Mr. Fowler's family some closure. Reporting live in Columbus, Joey Barnes, WCBI News.
All right, Joey, thanks so much for that report. Now, many of you may remember that string of unsolved cases in the mid-1990s. We talked to some people today and got reaction to the fact that an arrest has been made in one of them.
It was kind of scary because a lot of the elderly people were, they were afraid because they didn't know if this was like someone who was targeting elderly people, So, yeah, everybody was afraid.
If he's the one, I feel comfortable because I think the whole city was really uneasy about what was going on back then.
And they had no idea which way to go. So I am very glad that Columbus has finally caught whoever it is, and justice will be done.
And I will add that District Attorney Scott Colomb says that that case will now be presented to a grand jury. Two Calhoun County school officials charged with failure to report an alleged sex crime appeared before a judge today for a due process hearing. Calhoun County Superintendent Mike Moore and Bruce High School Principal Michael Gillespie are accused of not reporting alleged sexual contact between a coach and an 8th grade student. Our Quentin Smith was at that hearing today, and he joins us now live with more on that.
Andre, I'm here in Pittsboro, just outside of the courtroom. It's empty here now, but that wasn't the case a few hours ago. After nearly 3 hours of examining evidence and 3 hours of listening to testimonies, a judge found enough probable cause to have Mike Moore and Michael Gillespie bound over to Justice Court. Now, it was just a month ago when we first broke the story about a Bruce High School teacher and coach, Murray Jordan Jr., being accused of allegedly touching an 8th grade student inappropriately. Now, initially, it was 3 school leaders who were charged with this. It was Mike Moore, Michael Gillespie, and Heather Nix. Well, now the Bruce Police Department has dropped charges against Heather Nix. And today, a judge issued a summons to appear in court for both Moore and Gillespie. A date for that court still has not been set. Now, I spoke with the mother of the alleged victim. She says today's ruling is like a weight lifted off of her shoulders. Coming up tonight on WCBI News at 9 and 10, I speak with that mother and the lead investigator in this case. But for now, reporting live in Calhoun County, Quentin Smith, back to you in the studio.
All right, Quentin, thanks so much for that update. Time now to get a first look at our forecast on this Wednesday. We'll turn it over to Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson for that. Keith.
Hey, Andrea, it's a winter-like afternoon, low 60s and 50s around here, overcast in Columbus, a west wind at 8 miles per hour. Let's go to Tupelo with a live look with our Alpha Insurance camera, 59 degrees. We've had showers and thunder showers around. We still have them out there, brief downpours, a little bit of thunder and lightning. What you see here will go away over the next couple of hours, by midnight probably, and then we'll clear things out and cool things down. Look at these lows, low 50s, even some upper 40s, but we're going to warm it up starting tomorrow. Full forecast in just a few minutes.
All right, Keith, thanks a lot. Well, this week is set aside as National EMS Week. It honors the service of medical personnel who are usually the first ones on the scene of an emergency. Our Jory Talley joins us now in the studio with more on what it takes to do their jobs. Jory?
Andrea, first responders are the bridge between the scene and the hospital. They're in every community and heavily relied on.
We see ambulances rushing to calls daily with their flashing lights and quick speed. Each call is different, but they all come in to the same place.
When we page out, we give some basic information on what kind of call it is, and they can determine from there, you know, the priority level.
They can range from chest pains up to deadly crashes, and it's those tragic calls that makes the job tough.
Figure out a way to, it's when we come back and watch TV or something like that, to get our mind off of that, so get refreshed for the next call, because we don't want to take this call to the next call, because we want to show, the next patient we go see for us to do our best job with them.
Paramedic Gabe Whittington started his journey inside an ambulance almost 2 decades ago. He says his compassion is what led him to this industry.
I like helping people. I like knowing that I can keep them calm and take what could be the worst time that they're having and make it more bearable and get them through to the hospital where they can get some help and get better.
Responders have minutes to get on scene, and Brandon Crawford is one of the men behind the wheel making it happen. He says he and his co-workers treat each patient as if it were their own family member.
The calmer they can be, the calmer the patient's going to be, and the better we can do our job, and to let us do our job. We know they want to help, and they want to help their families, but to let us get in there and do our job, and if we need them for help, we'll ask them for it.
Lamar Ambulance Service usually responds to around 100 calls a month. Andrea?
Jory in our studio with that story. A former professor is honored for her work in the community. We have more on a special award when we come back. Welcome back. A well-known educator, community activist, and mentor is the first recipient of the Jack Reed Sr. Northeast Mississippi Community Leadership Award. Dr. Gloria Kellum joined the University of Mississippi faculty in 1966 in the Department of Speech and Theater. She helped the program reach a number of milestones. She also directed capital campaigns for the university and worked to improve race relations. Kellum says she's honored to receive the award.
It's deeply humbling to me. I had such respect for Jack Reed Sr., his family, and the things that they have done for Tupelo and North Mississippi are absolutely amazing. And he was a wonderful mentor to so many people. and did the things that you'd want to see done in a community to improve the community for everyone.
The award was presented at the conclusion of the Create's State of the Region meeting in Tupelo today.
Looking ahead, some pretty nice weather for tomorrow, actually pretty much perfect. Then we warm it up for Friday and Saturday. Weekend storms a possibility. Full forecast is next.
Alert weather forecast with Chief Meteorologist Keith Gibson.
I did see a little bit of sunshine this morning at my place, and then the clouds built on up. We've seen showers and thunderstorms around, or thunder showers, not really too terribly strong is this activity today, but we've had rain and some clouds and some cool temperatures. That's our Alpha Insurance time lapse from Columbus today. Let's go above Starkville and show you the drone view of one of these showers as it was developing in Starkville. You can see the rain shafts right there. And that's just the way it looks today. Gloomy, winter-like, cool temperatures right now. Let's talk about the radar, where we do have some pretty good downpours between Macon and Aliceville right now. Also to the north and east of Columbus, now over into parts of Lamar County, Alabama. Up to the north we go. New Albany, you've had a pretty good shower here over the last couple of minutes. The heaviest rain now just to your north of just to the north of Tupelo, rather, and over here into West Alabama, and some additional showers and even a few thunder showers towards Grenada, Batesville, over here near Winona as well. And all this is with us. This goes back upstream too into Arkansas and Missouri, but notice how we are losing some of this up here farther to the north. So a lot of this is going to be out of here by midnight. Some of it could linger a little bit after that, but we will get rid of it tonight, warm it up, and dry it out for the next couple of days. And here's what you want to know. For the holiday weekend, it's going to be warm Saturday, 90 degrees, basically dry the entire day, and then we get into the evening. There will be a chance for some showers and storms that will come on down, and those storm chances stay with us Sunday into Monday here. So if you have outdoor plans, maybe Saturday, the best day to have one of those barbecues, go to the lake, do a little fishing, or what have you, and then some unsettled weather will return. Now, right now, it is chilly. Upper 50s, low 60s in our viewing area. It's much warmer back to the west. It's 82 in Dallas right now, and we're looking at some upper 70s in parts of the area tomorrow. Tonight, 52 degrees. The showers go away. A cool night. Some of you may actually dip into the upper 40s by sunrise tomorrow. And here's our planner. By 8 o'clock, 57 degrees, noon, low 70s, 78, our forecast high by 4 o'clock. A little bit cooler perhaps here in Tupelo at 76, 75 in Boonville, but farther south, you can see we're in the upper 70s along and south of 82, and in West Alabama as well, mid to upper 70s. It's looking pretty nice. Winds at about 5 to 10, maybe up to 15 miles per hour. Unsettled weather on the way out. High pressure for tomorrow and Friday. Southerly winds return, so the humidity levels will start to go back up after a very nice day tomorrow. You'll notice more juice in the air as we get into your Friday and Saturday, and there's that frontal system that will give us a chance for some of these showers and storms as we go throughout the holiday weekend. Let's just go to your 7-day. You can see this roller coaster ride we are on. Pretty nice for the next few days, warmer as well, and then those rain chances return late Saturday to Sunday and Monday.
Coming up, SEC baseball tournament action continues in Hoover, plus highlights of Bulldogs versus the Bulldogs next in sports.
WCBI Sports with Robbie Donahoe is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
Well, it's all just Brent Rooker's world, and we're happy to be living in it at this point. The man just continues to go off in every game that he plays. There's a reason why he's SEC Player of the Year. There's a reason why he's going to be in the running for just about every National Player of the Year award from here on out. But he had to get it started at the SEC tournament, and sure enough, he would do it in his first at-bat against Georgia in the first with a runner on. I mean, why do you even pitch to him anymore? You know this is what he's going to do. A 2-run shot to left, catching that high fastball, 2-0 lead for the Bulldogs. They'd be up 3-0 in the fourth. Connor Pilkington is absolutely cruising at this point. He had quite a gem. Now, he's normally your Friday starter, and he got the best of Georgia in Game 1 of their series earlier in the year. Yeah, he looked pretty good in this one. Back-to-back Ks through 8 scoreless innings, 6 strikeouts, just 2 walks. In the ninth, though, needed a little bit of help from Riley Self. First 2 runners got on due to hits, and then Self is on, induces the 4-6-3 double play. He'd strike out the next batter to end it. Mississippi State advancing to the double elimination round with a 3-0 win over Georgia. Here's the talk from Brent Rooker and Coach Andy Cannizzaro after the win.
It's fun playing a team that, beat you in a series earlier in the year. Just a little chance to get back out there and compete against them again. They're a really good team, really talented team. But I just, kind of stuck with my same game plan, my same approach that I've had all year. I just wanted to stay on the fastball, and if I got a fastball up in the zone, try not to miss it, and, I was able to not do that, to not miss it.
Coming into this tournament with 17 wins in the SEC is big time, and I think it's an incredible season that these guys have had, and we just want to continue to make as much noise as we possibly can in this tournament, and that's why I was so jacked up with the way they played today. I mean, now we're into the double elimination part. Anything can happen in this kind of tournament.
And the Bulldogs will face Arkansas tomorrow at 9:30 a.m. Ole Miss could not advance to the double elimination round as they went late into the night last night as Auburn was able to take down the Rebels 5-4. Ole Miss did get off to a great start, and again, Will Golson was behind it. Former New Hope Trojan having a fabulous season, leading the Rebels in terms of batting average by guys who start most or if not all of Ole Miss's games. As you see, Auburn would take the lead here in the fourth, but the Rebels will now have to sweat it out on Selection Monday as they will wait to see if they make it into an NCAA regional. Well, the news of the day was at Alabama, as the Crimson Tide will be looking for a new head baseball coach. Greg Goff has been fired by AD Greg Byrne after just 1 season at the helm. He came under scrutiny, did Coach Goff, this week when he told 10 of his players that their scholarships weren't being renewed, something that is illegal to do under NCAA guidelines without probable cause. Goff was 19-33 in his lone year in Tuscaloosa, going 5-23 in SEC play and missing out on this week's SEC tournament. To our signing day circuit, first at Columbus. Senior softball star Kiara Connor made it official on Wednesday. She signed to continue her career at EMCC. Connor broke onto the scene as a senior, batting over 600 at one point during the season for the Lady Falcons. She is expected to play in the outfield for the Lady Lions. Congratulations to Kiara. And at East Webster this morning, Carson Gilliland signed to continue his baseball career at East Central next year. This past season on the mound, the pitcher went 6-2 with a 1.62 ERA, 46 strikeouts and 2 saves. Has that unorthodox delivery that makes him so tough to hit off of. He also was a big part of that state championship team from last year at East Webster. So congratulations to our signees, Carson and Kiara. And coming up tonight at 10, our Tom Ebel has a phenomenal story on a great basketball coach, Bruce Frank. Spent a long time at Houston, obviously now at Hebron Christian, and his battle with cancer and everything that he's been through. I gotta tell you, this is not a story you want to miss, so tune in tonight at 10 for that piece from Tom.
We look forward to that. We'll be right back with a last look.
Here's our 7-day forecast. The rain we have out there right now will go away, and we will see a lot more sunshine tomorrow. Very pleasant day, Andrea, for your Thursday, warmer Friday, and some storms return late Saturday into Sunday and Monday.
I've heard differing opinions on the cooler temperatures today. One person said, I've got my windows open and I'm home enjoying it. And somebody else says, it's May. It's not supposed to be this cool.
Well, this is a nice little change of pace because once that heat and humidity comes back, it stays.
We'll be begging for this day, May the 24th.
So stay up, yes.
All right, that's the news at 6. Enjoy the rest of your evening.